All right, we are recording. All right, cool. Well, I'm excited to talk to you. I have Carolina or Seema, however you want to say it, on the podcast today. So I've been in touch with you guys. Like I said, saying a minute ago, I interviewed Troy on the podcast. I just had Raw, and now I got you. I got like the Holistic Justice League down there. And so I'm just excited to talk to you, what you guys are doing. You guys are inspiring me, motivating me to get healthier, just with the transformations that you guys are doing. So just excited to talk to you, and just want to say thanks for coming on the show.
Oh, no, thank you so much, Chris, for bringing me on board. I'm super excited, and I'm so happy the whole Holistic Justice League gets to go through you and really bring our magic, and put it out there, because what we're doing is incredible. We can all live our biggest life possible, but for that, we need a healthy us. We need a healthy you. Mm-hmm. And that's our mission. And we're creating a huge, massive movement to really awaken that potential on everyone to really renegotiate their relationship with food and start seeing it as a source of healing.
Yeah.
And really heal their bodies, heal their mind, and heal their finances, because we can do everything.
Yeah. I love being a messenger for this movement. I was a personal trainer for a while, and I don't know if I want to be a health coach full time or be somebody that works hands-on with people, but I just love being a messenger and putting the good word out there and just helping people kind of break out of the conditioning that they grew up in and let them see a new light on what's real nutrition, what's real exercise, stuff like that. So just like you, I just love empowering people and waking them up and saying, hey, there's a better way of doing this. We don't have to stick to this old paradigm that we all know. So I just love being part of the message, and I love what you guys are doing. So I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, and we're definitely messengers, and we're all coming together because we're tuned into the same radio station. We all want the same things, and we're manifesting all these people that are tuning in to our receptors, to our frequency, and our team keeps growing and getting bigger and bigger. And I'm super blessed and thrilled that we're all uniting to create a huge impact, to heal people and heal the planet.
Yeah. Now I know that you're a health coach. I don't know if are you a personal trainer too, or?
No, I've been an athlete since I'm a little girl. I was born in Argentina. My parents are Italian. I moved to the United States when I was 15. I came to Florida, and I moved to LA because I got accepted into architecture school. I went to one of the top architecture schools in the world. So we worked with MIT and Harvard, the GSD program. And I did my whole architecture career here in LA. I graduated as an architect, and then I had tons of connections here in Los Angeles. And I stayed here. I got amazing jobs. I stayed here. I practiced architecture. I stopped doing sports. I was a tennis player. I played for the USTA. I got scholarships in different universities to do the tennis team to compete. But with architecture, I didn't have enough time. I had tons of all-nighters, presentations, and many other requirements. So I couldn't continue my athlete life. Yeah. So as soon as I graduated from architecture school, I joined Ross' old gym, Raw of Earth. He had CrossFit. And I started competing in CrossFit again, training, trying to make it to regional, started weightlifting, doing gymnastics, kind of fell back into my whole athlete life. And that's what I started being exposed to amazing holistic health coaches and really redesigning my whole body, because while I was in architectural school, I was 100 pounds. I barely saw the daylight because I was, doing drawings and presentations and building models, and I looked completely different. I was anorexic kind of looking, and I was going through some other, psychological issues, because when you're like working so much, you're just getting burnt out. And I was, eating not as clean as I would have liked to eat, just because I didn't have the time. And as soon as I graduated and finished my thesis, I was like, okay, now I'm gonna redesign my body. So I started working out. I started to put in more awareness into my body, and I practiced architecture about 9 years, multi-use residential buildings. I work with I have a couple buildings in construction in Santa Monica right now, actually. Most of my work is in downtown Santa Monica, a little bit in Beverly Hills, but mostly it's all in Santa Monica. And then 2 years ago, I started doing single family homes, tenant improvement, smaller jobs. I started to work on my own. I was sick and tired of having the 9-to-5 job. Although I was working for like Pritzker winner architects and huge corporations, I was like, I want to be out of corporate America and just take on my own, because I will see Troy Casey, I will see Raw, I will see everyone on my Instagram on the beach. And I was like, I want to be at the beach. Yeah. Like my office was like right in Santa Monica Beach, and I could only go on lunchtime for like 30 minutes, and then I had to go back, and they will all be playing out there in like in the slack line. And I was like, I want that life. Yeah. Like I want that freedom. And it got to the point where I kept just like, I couldn't even look at my social media anymore, because I'll see all my friends there. They're having amazing times, and
get depressed. Yeah.
Abundance with freedom, abundance with their time. And I was like, I want that. So I left my job. I completely left my job. And my parents are like, are you crazy? Like, what do you mean? I was like, I'm going to take like small little architecture jobs as an independent contractor. I'll pick my jobs. And then I started doing that. I started working with like little projects, and I discovered that it was even more work, because, you know, when you work by yourself, then you have to collect your paycheck, $150 there, $3,000 there. The client hasn't paid your invoice for 2 months, and your rent is due. And then you have like real deadlines, because it's your client. It's not through your boss. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, I'm so burnt out. It's like, I thought I did it better for myself, and I just got myself into like a bigger hole, because starting my own business is tough. Right. And so I was like, you know what? I need to take a step back, and I really need to focus on myself and my mental sanity. And I started to do a lot of personal development work, and how to create a new reality for myself, and not put meaning into absolutely everything that I was coming through. Like we are making meaning machines. We put meaning into absolutely everything. And instead of seeing my own projection of my meaning into my relationships, into my jobs, I was like, okay, I'm going to start seeing this as it is. It's just a job. It doesn't mean anything. It's just a job. And it's so hard, because all of our lives we're being programmed to a DNA level to react, to feel a certain way, to feel that it's wrong, even though you know it's like not wrong. But why does it feel is wrong? It's like in our body. And I had to really rebuild all of that. Mm-hmm. So I started working on myself, and I'm like, oh, actually it's pretty cool. Now I'm not building buildings, I'm building bodies. I'm actually building myself. And the building materials that I'm dealing with right now are super different, because I was dealing with concrete, and when a type 4, a type 3 construction, and metal, and like windows. And now it's like, I'm dealing with like superfoods. How could I grow my muscles? How to strengthen my hair? How to, eat foods that heal my mind? So I was like, oh my gosh, I can still use the methodology of being an architect, but build humans. Instead of building buildings, I can start building humans and relationships. And I could do the same thing as schematic design. Who do you want to be? What is the healthy weight for you? How does that look like? Okay, let's take to design development. We're going to develop your body. We're going to develop your relationship with nature. We're going to develop all of these things. And then we go to construction documents. How can we build the life that you want? So I started incorporating and doing both the work at once, which I was like, I can just do exactly the same methodology. And I started building bodies, right? And then I came across the Certified Health Nut and all these amazing holistic health coaches that had amazing Purium materials, building block materials. They had amazing superfoods and wheatgrass and amino acids. It's like, this amino acid can build the density of my muscles, like seriously. And it's just like, having a high density concrete kind of thing, or a stainless steel construction, that is like a lot stronger. So I took on the path. I was like, okay, all these people were coming to me and they're like, hey, how come we look like you? How come we have your abs? How come we, be healthy? Can you help me be healthy? I'm obese right now. I have diabetes, type 1, type 2. And I'm like, what do you mean? You've been working out with me for years. What do you mean you have diabetes? Like, I've never thought that you had that. And they're like, oh yeah, I do. And I was like, okay, let me help you. And I started taking a bunch of clients. It got to the point that I had like 17 or 20 clients and I couldn't handle it. And I was like, I just need to do something because I'm getting a lot of clients that I can't even take architecture jobs. Got to the point where I couldn't even take any architecture jobs because I was building all these bodies and I was building all these people's lives that one of my clients was able to go on a date after 9 years. My other client was able to put her dress that she didn't fit since high school. And my other friend was almost healing completely his diabetes. And everything was just like eating superfoods and walking barefoot, connecting with earth, doing breath work, doing qigong, like doing all these natural healing, self-healing techniques. Yeah. And I fell in love with it. And I called my mom and I'm like, Mom, I really like this job and I can work from the beach. And like, I could work from anywhere and I don't have to be stressed because I'm actually having this reward of, oh yeah, I built this 250,000 square feet building that I designed to the knot. And now it's like in real life, but it's not as rewarding to me as like having my client come in and say, thank you so much. I just got a girlfriend and I feel extremely happy. And you can see the glow in his eyes and his face and he's so excited and like full of gratitude to me that I'm like, this is a lot more rewarding than building buildings, Mom. Like, I really like this job and I'm going to keep doing it and I'm going to create an army. And that mindset of knowing what you want changed my whole life because this is how the Holistic Justice League started. And it was just a choice. We have decisions and we have choices. And when you are trying to make a decision, at least me, I'm always full of considerations. I want this, but I'm not going to be able to get that. I want chocolate, but I like vanilla. I want to do this, but I don't have time. I really want to eat healthy, but I can't afford that food. But like the considerations will always be infinite. But the moment that you choose and you say, this is what I want for my life, and whether it rains or it doesn't rain, whether I'm exhausted or not, I'm going to follow through and I'm going to keep my integrity to get what I want because I chose this and follow through. And the moment that I decided that, and I'm like, I'm going to follow through, whether no one aligns to my mission or whether the whole universe aligns, I'm going to keep going with my mission. Yeah. And it's crazy because this is how we met, Chris.
Yeah. Well, I was going to ask you about that, about working with people and mindset. What do you think is the biggest roadblock that most people have? Because I think people have a certain way, programming or conditioning or beliefs that they have. And I think there's a lot of fear for people to make change. I think people have a desire and motivation to change. They really want to. It's like the New Year's resolution. January is packed in the gym and then it starts, fading off, gets smaller, and people just go back to whatever they're doing before. So what do you think it is? You think there's a fear, or because I know a lot of people have, low self-esteem or low confidence, because I'm the same way. Like 1 minute I'm like, oh, Chris, you're the best. And the next minute I'm all, you're a piece of crap. You're not worth it. So I think that's a default mode for people to focus on the negative stories about themselves. Do you think that's true for a lot of people that you work with? Just the self-confidence?
Yeah, definitely. They all have limiting beliefs.
Yeah.
And they're scared, and fear keeps you on a safe zone, and you go back to do what feels comfortable. So growing really makes you be on an uncomfortable seat. And now that my organization is growing so big and I'm dealing with an adult daycare pretty much, because everyone that comes to me has their own issues, their own insecurities, their own fear. Some of them are, runners, and sometimes being a runner is a blessing and also something negative, because you want to run and you're going to keep running, but then that's great. But then you're going to run and there's going to people that can't catch up to you. So you're going to have to slow down. So you always have to focus on the positive and allow. I create possibilities for all my brand partners, and I invite them to feel uncomfortable. I invite them to make a change for themselves in their life. Okay. And I get to their emotions. I ask them questions. Why do you want to do this? What are you missing? Are you missing free time? I was missing free time. I wanted more free time. I love my job. I love architecture to passion. And like every day that I come across my colleagues and these amazing buildings and like this experiences and spaces, my heart is like, and I was like, oh my gosh, I love it. And I'm like, I'm going to go back and do architecture. And then I think about it and I'm like, I am creating something bigger because I'm making an impact on people's lives. So I need to remind myself over and over why I'm doing and how this looks like. Like, I'm not chasing the pieces of paper. What I'm chasing is the vacation in Bali, is the free time with my dog. Yeah, I'm chasing that feeling of freedom. And unfortunately, yeah, some of that comes with money, but I'm focused on that. Like, I want to buy my own house. I want to go and travel the world. I want to work from anywhere. I want to look at my bank account and never have to worry about it. So I focus on that. So I invite my brand partners that are going through a breakdown. Okay, let's put a structure into place and let's make this breakdown a breakthrough, because the mess that you're going through right now with yourself, with your life, is actually an opportunity and is inviting you to create something bigger.
Yeah.
So we brainstorm, we dig, and we're like, okay, so this is what we're going to do. And you're going to create that possibility. I am abundant. And I'm creating that possibility for myself in my life. And you're going to repeat this affirmation every day. And you're going to remind yourself of why you started on the first place. Because the moment that we start getting a little bit more uncomfortable, we're like, oh, this is not for me. I've already been putting so much time. No one is getting enrolled into what I'm doing. And first of all, everything in our life is about us and how we're projecting to people. So take a moment to look at yourself. How are you relating to this person? Are you allowing this person to see what value they're going to get with what you're offering? Because people want to see what they can get for themselves, right? I can't sell a transformation if they can't see how they're going to be transformed. They have to see their transformation, and it's your responsibility to allow them to visualize that transformation. Right. Like, if you do this with me in 40 days, you're going to be able to fit in that bikini, and you're going to be able to take off your shirt when you work out at the gym, or in 40 days, all that candida and parasites and bacteria that are causing all that gut inflammation and that face inflammation, all the acne in your skin is going to be gone. How would that feel? How did that feel to you? How would you feel if you didn't have that anymore? And I ask them questions. You have to build their story, but it's your responsibility to create that with them. And then you tell them, the sky's the limit. We all have dreams and goals and aspirations, and the sky's the limit, but it's up to you to make the choice and change your life. How does that sound to you? Like, literally get to their emotions. And I had a brand partner yesterday that texted me and said, I'm done. This business is not for me. I'm sorry. This is not the right company. I'm out. Thank you. Like, I read this message and I was like, he's having a breakdown. Yeah. He's just like stuck in his limiting beliefs. He can't see past, our little brain. Let's help him out. Let's create a possibility for himself. He needs to see it, and it's there. He's just having a huge limiting belief. And I created that, and now he's back on board, and he's full on, and he's so excited. And all he took was the moment to really analyze what's going on. How's that affecting you? Okay, I acknowledge that it's taking your time, and acknowledge that this is what's going on with you. Okay, fine. So what is it that you wanted on the first place when you joined the company? I wanted this and this and this and this. I'm like, okay, everything's still there. It's just you that you shifted your mindset, where everything that you want is still there, and you have it all. You have the team, you have the support, you have the brains, you have the people, you have everything. So getting through those struggles that we're going through, it all it takes is a different mindset. Just as like, you just have to take a step to the right. Okay, now you just took a step to the right. Now you're in a new position. How does that feel? And like, our brain is so powerful that sometimes it's like, I literally have to step one step forward. And I'm like, okay, now I'm in a new spot.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you, how do you deal with some of the struggles that you maybe come across? Because none of us are perfect. I mean, we're all trying to do our best. I interviewed someone before who was a health coach, a personal trainer, and she got to a point where she felt like she was put on a pedestal, like she wasn't considered human anymore. Like, you look at trainers, like, everybody's like, oh, what are they doing? What are they eating? They think that we don't have any faults or any bad days. And I remember talking to this woman, she's like, I felt ashamed to go out in public because if someone saw me eating something that wasn't healthy, it'll be like, oh, look, I thought you were, so-and-so. And trainers and health coaches get put on this pedestal and they think that we're inhuman. We don't have faults or mistakes or bad days. So how do you kind of deal with that struggle, that duality of that?
Okay.
And now, are you okay with having days where you don't eat unhealthy foods? Or you okay with that? How do
you? So what I consider unhealthy foods,
right, is probably not.
It's actually pretty healthy as well. So let's say if I'm gonna cheat, I'll cheat with a high quality cheat foods. So if I eat tons of sugar.
Yeah, okay.
Like I do. I love, like, I have to control myself. Like I love, like, you should see me at Erewhon. Erewhon is a really high quality organic supermarket, and I'm in the refrigerator all the time looking for like the best quality coconut vegan ice cream, right, with low sugar. But I do eat. So I typically almost never ever eat non-organic. I carry my lunch and I carry my power shake, and like I literally sometimes I will not eat if it's not organic. But if I want a bagel, if I want a chocolate muffin, I'm totally honest. Like I go and I buy the chocolate muffin and like I eat it in front of everyone, because part of my job is to be 100% authentic and real. And no, everyone's gonna want to eat a chocolate muffin. Like everyone, who doesn't like chocolate muffins or like a croissant?
Right, they're good. They're good.
So I'm 100% authentic. And if I feel like eating that chocolate muffin, I am going to go to the best market and I'm going to buy the best chocolate muffin there is, and I want to eat it. And I don't care if people are watching me or not, because they're like, oh, she's actually real. Like she actually can have those 6-pack and these muscles and still eat a chocolate muffin. And I'm like, yeah, it's all about balance. You can eat a chocolate muffin, but you just have to make sure that your chocolate muffin is a good quality muffin and it's not full of glyphosate and Roundup and gluten and like, white sugar that is actually going to make me sick.
Well, I think a lot of people are getting a double hit because they're eating unhealthy. They know they're eating unhealthy. So while they're eating, they're stressed out and they're depressed while they're eating it. So you're not going to digest it well. And so I think that's just a double hit to your psychology, your physiology. So if I tell people, if you're gonna eat something unhealthy, be happy about it, man. Be some gratitude towards it. If you're gonna do it, just don't stress yourself out about it. Just do it.
Exactly. What I tell my clients is that you need to eat more vitamin P, more vitamin pleasure. You have to eat more vitamin S. You need to eat your vitamin slow. You need to eat your vitamin L, which is your vitamin love. And when we sit down into our table, we bring all these issues to our plate. We bring our stress, you're eating your depression, because all of those emotions create toxins in your liver.
Yep.
And then they mess up your kidneys, and like all of your digestion system gets messed up because you're eating all these toxins that come from your emotions. So when you sit down, you got to say, I'm going to have some vitamin P and I'm going to have some vitamin pleasure with this little tea that I just made, right? Because we have the power to really restructure this food. And if I'm going to eat a pizza, and yeah, like I try not to eat it, but sometimes I crave pizza and I go to Irwin and buy a pizza. And even though I feel that it's greasy and it has like all this cheese, I'm like, oh, this pizza is going to really heal my soul right now.
Yeah.
Because if I put a negative intention to the pizza and I'm like, oh, this pizza is going to make me so fat and bloated tomorrow, the pizza is going to listen to you and it's going to make you so fat and bloated tomorrow. So if you eat something unhealthy, you have to, talk to your food and tell it, oh my gosh, I crave you so much and you're going to heal me so much today because I've been fasting for 10 days and I want to break my fast with like a little slice of pizza. And it works. You just have to really restructure your thoughts and have positive thoughts. And Master Montak Chia, he's a Qigong master that has schools in Thailand. He was just here in LA. So I took his course last week. And he said, smile to your pizza, smile to your kidneys. Like literally like pay attention to your heart and smile to your heart because everything in our body has its own entities. Like our heart is built with all these million cells that are independent of each other and they can all feel your love and they can all feel you smiling. So if you're smiling back at them, all your cells are going to be happy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And same thing with your food. If you smile at your pizzas, you smile at your food is smiling back at you. And now it's creating a love, harmony, connection, and relationship. So when you put that pizza into your body, your pizza is going to heal you because it's happy.
Right.
So
yeah, no, yeah, it's all energy, it's all vibration. I hear what you're saying. Let me ask you, what encompasses a holistic lifestyle? I think people just think, just diet and exercise. But what really would be a holistic lifestyle if somebody wants to start incorporating that, I suppose?
Okay. So to me, a holistic lifestyle means having a positive attitude, a positive mindset, moving your body in graceful, loving ways. I don't think it's holistic to go and kill yourself at the gym, weightlifting and, smashing your body over and over.
Trying to exercise a bad diet, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's like work in, not out. So really focus on working in your body, doing breath work, having healthy relationships, again, healthy mindset, healing foods, connecting with nature, go outside, remove all that EMF out of your body that, the Wi-Fi, the 5G, everything that's just, blocking our pineal gland or our awareness. So be connected to nature as much as you can, from your thoughts to your, relationships, and be a peaceful person. Really control your thoughts as much as you can. Do a lot of prana, connect with your breath. Most of us are not breathing at our full capacity.
Right.
We're taking over 20 breaths per minute and we're not oxygenating our body. And how long can the body live without oxygen? And so we're not paying attention to the best and most powerful ingredient that we have to eat every day. Because breath is a food and we're all eating breath every day. So connecting with your breath is super important to alkaline your body. People that don't breathe have very acidic bodies, even though they eat green vegetables every day. So the best ingredient to alkaline your body and to be healthy and really take care of every cell of your body is to do breath work. So those are a few of the things that I work with as a holistic coach.
Yeah. Yeah, I see a lot of people, I really try to emphasize to people to just do the core fundamentals of what health is, which is just diet, exercise, rest, hydration. But you see, a lot of people want to just skip that because that's not sexy. So they want to go to the breathing retreats or go do, the ice baths or do, the little hacks, the little things, which those are all fine. Those are great. And they all have their purposes. But if you're not going back and doing the core fundamental stuff, the base things, I don't know if those are really going to get you very far in life. So I'm trying to get people just to go back to the basics, and you can have fun with the other stuff too. But yeah, eating the healthy diet and exercising is not sexy. They want to do the new fad, the new thing. So
yeah, everything is a practice.
Right.
Everything requires
Experimentation.
you to do it every single day. And it's just a matter, we're natures of habit. And the more we practice a morning walk, the more we practice 5 minutes of breath, it becomes your habit. Like it's not a job for me to go to the gym and, stretch so energy can move better through my body. It's a habit. And I created that habit by practicing it every single day. So that habit now, it's my lifestyle.
Yeah.
So you got to start with creating a little habit every single day. And part of this nutrition cleanse that we do for 10 days is to get you started into creating a habit and create a repetition every single day. So lots of our clients have tons of success because they have a structure to follow. They have a schedule and they have a structure and they have a certain amount of foods, a certain amount of times, and a certain, things that they can do. So it gets them easy, into a transition of a healthier habit through the day.
Yeah. Yeah, I work really well, I noticed, with like a certain protocol, a certain regimen. If I'm left to my own devices, man, then I'll start wandering off and I'll go back to doing what I didn't want to do in the first place. I'm like, how did I get back here? So yeah, I do well with eat this, do that, do that. So
yeah. Most humans in this planet are really great at following instructions. And something that I've learned through the years is that people need to be told what to do.
Yeah.
Like only 3% are going to be leaders and take on their own and really have their own self-initiative and do their own research. But most people need to be told exactly what to do. You're going to eat an apple and then you're going to do this and then you're going to do this. And the majority have success if you tell them what to do. You have to give them specific techniques and, skills so they can execute it. And then they become their own masters once they see, oh, this actually is easy and I can do it.
Yeah.
Because we can all do it.
Yeah. Well, you must get that a lot because you're not shy to post your body on social media. And, I'm comfortable saying you have an amazing body, an incredible physique. So you must get that a lot. Like people want to know exactly what you're eating, exactly what exercise you're doing. They want to have what you have. So you must get that a lot, right?
Yes. And sometimes I don't even want to log into my Instagram. I have 100 requests of messages, not including all the messages that are in my inbox already. So I was like, oh, I need to hire someone so they can respond to all these people because they're all looking for help. And I see my social media as the most powerful platform that I have to market myself right now in my life, and doing the back office work of following up with people, really engaging with my community, because I am not afraid to show my body and to show who I am, because I want to be as authentic and transparent as possible, because people connect with those that are 100% vulnerable.
Right.
Because you never know who is going through the same issues that you're going through. And you have a solution. Someone's always watching, and people don't know how much you know until they know how much you care. So if you care about something really deeply and passionately, they're not going to care if you don't have a doctorate degree of nutrition.
Right.
They're just going to care. She cares so much about people. She cares so much about health. She cares so much about her body. She cares so much about, her dog and everything that she does, that I want to go with this person that resonates with me because she cares.
Right.
Like, no one asked me, oh, do you have a doctorate of architecture and a doctorate of building bodies or whatever it is? No one cares. They just care how much I care.
Yeah.
And that's what people resonates with you. So being as authentic will magnetize people, and they will attract to you. People will come because people are craving authenticity. They're craving people that are honest, that are real. And especially now, social media is fake, tons of girls showing their fake boobs and showing things that are not real. And people are craving authenticity. Although, I have respect for those, I think doing those kind of things is also authentic because it just shows who you are and you don't care. But people are craving authenticity. And so if you come up as an authentic person, there's going to be tons of people that are going to resonate with you.
Right.
Because I resonate with those. Like, I do my back office work and I go through my comments, and everyone that comments on my pictures, I go to their profile and I'm like, let me see who's following me. I'm super curious. Who is these people that are, that I'm inspiring? I want to see what kind of community I'm inspiring. So I look at their pages and I'm like, oh my gosh, this girl is super cool. Like, I want to work with this girl. So I just send them a message. I'm like, hey, my gosh, Samantha, you're super cool. I love your lifestyle. We do kind of the same things. I think we should meet up. And then I got this plastic surgeon that made me a comment. And I was like, oh my gosh, this plastic surgeon, what is he doing on my Instagram? And I was like, maybe he wants to use my body as like a template,
Right. Yeah.
So I sent him a message too, and he responded, and like we became brand partners. We worked together, because he brings the superfoods to his patients that have lots of like health issues. So don't make any assumptions ever.
Right.
Like, never make any assumptions. Even the person that has this APAC in the gym might have diabetes or might be going through some issues himself.
Right.
So everyone deserves the same opportunity to know what you're doing.
Yeah. I've always tried to be honest and open with people that I communicate with. I've always been, from the get-go, I'm like, this has been a struggle for me. I'm trying to change my whole life in my 40s after, eating a certain way, doing certain bad habits, certain addictions. And, so I've always been open that, it's a struggle for me, and I have good days and bad days. And I think people resonate with that when you say that, because I think we're all in the same boat,
Mm-hmm.
some people are dialed in, they're perfect, and they're machines, but the most of us, it's a struggle to stay this way, with the environment and the TV telling us to do this and do that, and the media. So I've always come across like, hey, this isn't easy. It's hard work. Let's do it together. What are you doing? Maybe you can inspire me. Maybe I'll inspire you. So just come together and just, be honest with each other and be transparent, I think goes a long way.
Yeah, exactly. Even me, that tons of people are inspired by me. I have my own breakdowns. And every morning that I wake up and I have to go to the gym, it's like, oh no, maybe today's a rest day. Oh no, maybe tomorrow's a rest day. Oh, I don't want to go to the gym today. Oh, I don't want to do that. And I have this argument with myself. And then I'm like, okay, what is it that you want? Focus. What is it that you want? Okay, let's get up right now.
Yeah.
And then I remind myself again, why is it that I set up the alarm on the first place?
Yeah.
So just do that work and remind yourself, why are you on this place on the first place?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to ask you what your morning routine was. I know you got to get out of here. You got to get going. But do you have like a morning routine, like a ritual that you do? Do you meditate? Like that,
so I've been trying to do breath work in the mornings because I'm trying to alkaline my body a little bit more. So I wake up in the mornings. Typically I work out in the mornings. I wake up maybe 5:30, and I'm usually at the gym by 6. Some other days when Raw has to work out a little bit earlier, we get up like at 4. And I typically, for the last 7 years, I've been working out at 6 in the morning. I like to get my workouts done. I used to bike to the gym, just get on the bicycle, 5. I used to be close to the gym, 5:45, just bike, and then get my workout done on the day. I have superfoods in the morning. I drink the beet juice, the pre-workout that has all those adaptogenics and the maca and the energy enhancing properties. So I have that. I drink some super Santin that oxygenates the body really fast, especially in the morning if you're going to work out. So it releases a lot of stress from your body to wake up. And I typically eat like a banana or something before I work out. And then I go to the gym, then come back. When I get back, I make myself a little meal. It depends, whatever I have in the fridge. And then I get started to work. Oh, I do the breath work before the gym too. If I get to the gym, I do some breath work in there. And then in the afternoon, I walk my dog. So I take the time to walk my dog, kind of like a meditation time. I try to be away from my phone and kind of be present with my dog. Because sometimes, like, there's been times when I'm like walking with my dog and he's like, I'm holding the leash, but I don't know, he's trying to eat the cat. you know?
Right, yeah.
So I try to be present at least with my dog for, you know, a couple minutes when I'm taking on a walk. And he actually feels amazing. I came home and like I'm warm and I feel happy after the walk. And I love my plants. I have tons of plants in my apartment. So I talk to my plants. I water them as much as I can. And yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I try and be intuitive in the morning. I got a little crazy there for a minute. I'm like, well, I got to do the lemon water. I got to do journaling. I got to do the yoga. I got to do meditation. I got to do this. And like, it became too much stressful. So I'm like, just be intuitive. Just do what feels natural. So
exactly. Totally. There's days when it's like, oh, this week I'm going to write on my journal. Oh, and I have affirmations that I glue in the mirror in my bathroom.
Oh, nice. There you go. Yeah.
So I tape the paper and I repeat the affirmations every day in the morning because it's like, I can't forget about it. So I'm just going to tape it in the bathroom. Yeah. So I read the affirmations every morning and it really helps me start the day with those affirmations. And I change them every 2 weeks. So they're new affirmations.
Oh, nice. Okay.
But nothing is like super religious.
Set in
like,
stone.
Militant. I don't do anything like religiously every single day.
Yeah, me neither. All right, cool. I'll let you get out of here. If people want to connect with you, what's the best way, Seema?
Yes. So the best place to look for me is on Instagram. It's Architect Goddess. Very simple, Architect Goddess. My website is also architectgoddess.com, and on Facebook, they can find me on my Architect Goddess page as well.
Okay. Are you still doing the Sun Nutrition thing?
I am. Okay, okay. Yeah, that's one of my companies. It's Sunlight Nutrition Incorporated, and I do private events where we do cooking classes. Usually they're vegan, raw vegan, and then we do movements and sounds and different activities. Like I collaborate with other practitioners and to bring in yoga or breath work or whatever I'm in the mood for that month. And we do a community. So we cook a healthy dessert, a healthy meal, and then we chat and we create culture here in Southern California. So sunlightnutrition.com is also another place where you can find me.
Nice. All right, cool. All right, well, thank you so much for coming on. It was a pleasure connecting again. So, well, you have to come back on. I want to dive a little bit deeper some other stuff, but I just want to say thanks for coming on. Appreciate it.
Totally. No, thank you, Chris, for having me, and have an amazing day. We'll talk very soon.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, thank you. Bye.